Our heroes successfully completed all of Chemistry 1 and are now rolling deep into the postcode of Biology 1. Today's ops are chromosomes and mitosis. What new challenges awaits our heroes in their new journey? All shall be revealed in today's episode of Bio Ball Z. Here are the retrieval questions for this lesson. You know what to do. An exothermic reaction releases energy into its surroundings, and therefore an endothermic reaction absorbs energy from its surroundings. Sublimation is when a solid turns into a gas. Electrons are found in energy levels, or you can say shells. Lithium has an electronic configuration of 2.1. Carbon has an electronic configuration of 2.4. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be a short lesson. That's because you don't have to know too much detail when it comes to mitosis. Here's a typical animal cell. I've got these challenge questions for you. Do you think? A is the cell membrane, B are your mitochondria, C is the cytoplasm, D ribosome, E nucleus. The structure that controls the cell activity is E, the nucleus, and the structure found inside the nucleus is DNA, or you can say chromosomes. This next bit is technically in biology 2, but it will help us understand the concepts in the rest of this video. Here are 5 key words that students tend to mix up. Spend some time trying to match up the definitions of each. The nucleus, as we just saw, is the structure that controls the cell activity. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Jesus Christ.
You don't need to know how to spell this, you can just abbreviate it to DNA, that's cool. Chromosomes are large molecules of DNA. Genes are sections of DNA that code for a particular characteristic. This could be either structural or a behavioral characteristic. And finally, the genome is all of the genes in an organism. And so, chromosomes are these large molecules of DNA. Here I have the chromosome of a male and a female. Notice that we have pairs of chromosomes, and the chromosomes are generally arranged from the longest to the shortest. What I'd like you to think about now is which one is showing the genome for a male and which one is showing the genome for a female. A is male and B is female. Look closely for the reason why.
Excuse me, sir, but may I please relocate myself to a closer location to the board so I can achieve the optimum effect of your education?
The reason is because the sex chromosomes, chromosome pair 23, males have XY chromosome for chromosome 23 and females have XX chromosomes for chromosome pair number 23. Remember that genes are sections of DNA that code for characteristics, but there are 2 steps in between that. The genes code for a group of amino acids which create proteins that then code for a specific characteristic. Blue eyes is actually due to the lack of melanin in your iris, so it's not actually blue pigments in your eye, it's similar to why the sky is blue. Now let's move on to mitosis. The cell cycle is a 3-stage process of cell division that creates 2 identical cells. I've got these 2 challenge questions. Do your thing. Interphase is the longest phase here. There are 4 stages in mitosis. You do not need to know the specific stages of mitosis. Jaden.
Yeah.
Imagine we have this cell here. okay? We know that cells divide to make more copies of themselves. But what is the issue if it just divides in half?
I don't know.
If I divide this into 2, what will happen to the size?
Oh, it gets smaller.
And how many nuclei do I have here?
Just one?
So how does each new cell have a nucleus?
Okay, I get you now. Basically, it has to double in size and then make copies of everything inside it.
The reason for mitosis is for growth and repair, so you need to make identical copies of the cells that you're replacing. One of the reasons why interphase is so long is because it needs to make copies of your DNA and also the subcellular structures like mitochondria and all of that. So essentially, this cell grows larger, its DNA replicates, and it makes new copies of mitochondria and ribosomes. To be honest, that is it for this lesson, but I thought I'll give you a bonus round.
I am leaving, and you can't stop me. I'm packing my bags.
No, wait, just watch, it's not that bad. I'll summarize mitosis and give you a free summary of meiosis.
Okay.
So first, with mitosis, the DNA duplicates itself, then the nuclei divides. Then you see that we have 2 identical daughter cells formed. I don't know why they're called daughter cells, but that's just what we call them. Now to summarize meiosis. The chromosomes duplicate just like with mitosis, and the genetic material is exchanged between the pairs of chromosomes. Now look at the cells dividing. Notice that they divide twice, okay? And so 4 haploid gametes are formed.
Interesting.
Haploid and diploid, we'll get into that in biology too. I don't want to put too much of that information in this biology 1 content. And there we go, the lesson is done.
Fatality.
As I said, this was a pretty short lesson, even though I tried to make it even longer. Check out the descriptions for the goodies, and I'll catch you guys in a bit.